sadness wasn't of humanity.
They hadn't resolved their issue with humanity.
Okay, this one.
All right, so let me give you an example. Here's the four levels again. Here's the Malk, here's the Malkut, here's the Jabarut, here's the Malkut. Okay, here's the godly level, here's the soul level, here's the angelic level, here's the world level, with the physical senses. There's your four levels, right? Okay. Here, this woman recently, she calls me up from Brazil, and she says, my child is 10 years old, 8 years old, and she has amblyopia. You know what amblyopia is? Amblyopia is cross-eyedness. But in her case, she had amblyopia from birth, and what had happened is her right eye had gone blind. So she was blind in the right eye. The right eye was over, and she was blind in the right eye. And if you go to ophthalmologists who are experts in this, they're essentially what they do is they cut the ocular muscles, they lengthen them so the eye goes back to normal, but you never get your sight back. It's considered an irreversible blindness. Okay. So she was very upset about it because they discovered it, they didn't realize she was blind. She called me up and she says, my child is blind. She's got 8% vision in that eye, I think it was 8%. Can you help me? And I said, okay, I'll try. And I did Fatiha and I prayed. And as I prayed, what I saw was a cloud in the back of the frontal part of the eye. So it wasn't in the retina, it was actually behind the lens of the eye. The eye has the frontal part, the lens, the cornea, it has the back part, the retina, the optic nerve. It was sitting here. So the issues were here. It wasn't retinal, which meant it wasn't the nerve, it was here. Some type of blockage, I didn't know what it was. Now, when I went inside this blockage, we opened it up, meaning I was praying to Allah and asking the angels for help. And we opened this up, and we saw images of violence in the streets of Brazil, and images of discord in the family, between the family members, that the child witnessed and didn't like. Okay? And I worked to clear those through the clearing process using the names of God. And after this opened up to the next level in the Jabarut, and this was really interesting because Ibn Arabi, you all know who Ibn Arabi is? Ibn Arabi says that every human being has a star that's connected to their soul. And actually the Quran actually also alludes to this. It's more hidden, but there's also allusions to this in the Quran. So that apparently at the soul levels, there are stars that are related to our souls, that probably have to do with our initial creations as souls before we come in. Anyways, all of a sudden, this entire scenario of stars opened up, and I could feel her up in this level looking at what I was calling universal darkness, because it looked like clouds of dark, evil light that was floating through galaxies. And I was looking at this sort of galaxies of light and these images of dark, evil energy attacking these star systems, and I was watching the child witnessing this in absolute terror. So the child was like incredibly psychic, but was capable of experiencing and witnessing some type of galactic experience that was going outside of the realm of human experience. Okay, so all I did, with Allah's help, of course, is pray to Allah, make dua, ask for the quality of al-Basir and the quality of Allah and other qualities to come in, and witnessing the galactic darkness that was inside of her, I washed, with Allah's help and Allah's light, these images away, and then using various qualities, strengthened the child's ability to hold galactic darkness. Is that making sense what I did? That's all I did. It took an hour. It was no more than an hour to do that. 5 days later, 7 days later, the mother calls me back. She says, "You can't believe it. My child now has 60% sight return. She's seeing, they say her sight may return." But
What do you mean by holding collective?
the ability to contain, to be able to look at this scene of star systems in her imaginal world where there's darkness happening and she's terrified of it. Because in her that was real.
To hold it away from her? Or?
Actually, what we did is we strengthened her capacity to actually be able to deal with it so she wasn't afraid of it. Okay? They called me back a few weeks later and we went in again. And now there were other teachings in here that started to show up, which was her ability to carry divine vision, meaning how would Allah see the same scenario, not her looking up at it, but how would Allah look down at it? Does that make sense? So with divine sight, like what would it look like to have divine vision? Which I believe, by the way, is how Prophet Muhammad and Prophet Moses and Prophet Ibrahim, all, peace and blessings be upon them, all saw humanity. They looked from the divine eye. Okay, we established some level of divine sight in her, the ability to look down at these things and how Allah would look at it rather than looking up and containing it. And she called me back a week later, and guess what? 100% return vision. An entire vision return from the doctors in Brazil call it a miracle. Okay? It is a miracle from their perspective, but from our perspective as Sufis, it's an understanding of the interdimension of the human heart, the relationships of the divine names of the soul, and the abilities to establish the divine perfection or the divine authority within the human being, which is exactly what the prophets came here to teach us. This is what we're here to learn. How to live in that level of consciousness, that level of freedom. Okay? Sidi lived very much in this level of freedom. Not at the level of a prophet, of course, but he lived very deeply in those levels. All of us are here to try to reach towards arrival of this level of consciousness. Okay? And the first level of transmutation for each of us is the walking through the third station. The ability to perceive the nature of the qualities, to understand their teachings, and to correct them in the way that Allah would like them to be corrected. Okay? And ultimately to correct them completely in the way that the divine would like to see it, which you could say is what a prophet demonstrates in their expressions of him. Okay? So you're on the Sufi path. Your job, should you choose to accept it, is to walk through and to learn. So you see, Islam is not only about Sharia. It's not only about getting into Jannah. That's the first level. But there are many, many deeper levels of understanding what Islam really is. Islam is really Iman, the reality of faith and trust that's established in the heart when it lives in the presence of God's love. And then beyond that, the reality of the Ma'rifah and the understanding of the divine realities as I just explained them to you. And finally, the final level is the experiencing of divine consciousness, which means to literally see the world as God sees it. Allah says in the Quran, if you become one of my friends, you will have sight. Your eyes will see as I see, your ears will hear as I hear, your speech will speak as I speak, and your hands will do my work, your legs will go where I ask you to. This level of consciousness is this what I'm speaking about. It's the completion of the final level of sainthood, which is the true goal of Sufism. It is the true goal of Sufism to have arrival into these levels of consciousness. Okay? And Sidi has given us this way. It's here. All these teachings are here. This level is reachable if you follow the teachings.
So is it possible to be a parent without constantly cycling through the imaginal cycle? Or is that, like the cycles of marriage I'm very comfortable with, and like I know the love's going to come back, and I know we're like, you know, been through that with my beloved, and it's like this, and it's beautiful, but with your kids, when there's something else that's so far outside your body, and they're having these sights, they're born at a different time, so they're having things that I can't.
Yeah. The kids live in the imaginal worlds. You know, that's where they live. The kids are the exact opposite of us. They're coming in with divine consciousness and imaginal world, and then slowly forgetting it and coming down to our level. And then we're here having to get back up to where they came in at. So the kids are actually a lot further than us, at least unless you walk the path, in which case then you may go past your kids. But in any case, your job is not to close down their imaginal world. Your job is to teach them to maintain Allah's sovereignty within the imaginal world and not to allow the darkness of human existence to corrupt their imagination. Does that make sense? It's not for love. It's difficult. I mean, this is what being a real parent, we really have to do that. As a parent, yes, part of your job is, you know, don't let them run across the road and get hit by a car. You know, make sure they brush their teeth and go to bed at night and, you know, do the things that you were supposed to do as a parent, right? But that's like one part. The second part is their hearts. What's the heart really? Your emotional nature. You know, is your heart okay? You know, or do you feel love? Have you learned to express your anger in a constructive way, or do you pick up a scissor and stab your sister? You know, what do you do with that? You know, what do you do at that level? You know, it's like learning to have constructive relationship with your anger and with your hurt. What's your hurt? Do you know how to get out of your hurt? Do you know how to get through your hurt? When you get hurt, is your mom there to love you so that you know that there's love even though you've been hurt? That's the teachings of the heart. See, that's the real work of the parent. You're supposed to be demonstrating the qualities. Ya Halim, teach the child how not to be angry when they get angry. Teach them how to know there's always wadud and love, no matter what. Teach them discernment, you know, and knowing of what is real and what's not real. You know, when they go out, are they going to go and jump into, you know, are they safe? You know, teach them safety, teach them peace, teach them discernment. That's the real job of the parent, is to teach your children those things. Okay, so it does take time, and we're not perfect, we're doing our best, but the more you walk the Sufi path, and particularly the more you enter into the third station, the more capacity you'll have to protect your children and to teach them in the right way. So I'm trying to get what's your appetite for the third station, if you haven't figured that out. Okay, you should all go for it. It's all possible. And remember, you're not going to get here, and I can tell you honestly, if you haven't learned the basics of Sharia and you're breaking divine law, forget it. There's no way you're going to cross into these levels. If you're backbiting and slandering and gossiping, which the Prophet said was the primary issues of humanity, the major issues of humanity are backbiting, slander, and gossip. If that's what you're doing, which is what most people do, that's what he said, you are not going to reach the third station. You've got to curb the tongue. You've got to curb the tongue. You've got to curb what you listen to. You have to be polite. These are the first level of teachings. But the second level of teachings are your abilities to manage your emotions. Your ability to manage your emotions. Can you deal with your anger? Can you deal with your hatred? Can you deal with your hurt? Can you deal with those things? That's the second station. Can you maintain the love in those situations? And the third station is the qualities. Can you bring forth mercy and love and peace in any situation? All right, so do I have a little bit more time, or do I need to stop? Because I wanted to give you an exercise to show you this piece.
More time.
Keep going.
We have more time.
Keep going.
You keep going with that.